Father, please, you can have my Led Zeppelin records, George Michael, anything. That's my boy! Limp.
I tried to make it right, but maybe I went wrong. Every step I took, it felt like I was just driving
Rule
along.
Britannia!
What if all my efforts were just a waste of time? What if it was lost in your every good deed, every time I try to shine, it feels like
Communism is king.
What if I'm shining, you're still in the maze? Fly or die, it's on you, it's on you. If you
Oh shit, not again.
Commander Worf, don't be a cunt.
I'm having such a good time.
Kill everyone on the bridge.
Having a ball!
My name is Owen Jones, a renowned drama queen, pseudo-intellectual and champagne socialist.
That's for B4.
Shut the fuck up!
Right, let's go. Oh, look at that little snowman. This is gonna be fun. Oh no, what did I do?
So, what's the game? Am I paid off? Am I working for Team Tommy? Am I working for, say, FNAP groups or whatever else? Am I a fence sitter? Clout chaser? They all sound great, don't they? Such simple answers. When I started this channel, I used to have a nickname when I started it on its original name, and the nickname was the Honesty Channel, and it was an experiment. What happened if you were to try and be as honest as you absolutely could, as long as you made provisions of the fact that even your honesty is an opinion if you can't base it in 100% fact. Still, to be as honest as you could about how you feel and about what facts you have and about all of those kinds of concept. Frankly, I thought it would fail. I tried it on Periscope and was amazed at the amount of people that were refreshed to just hear someone talking the way they felt. And I suppose that was around the dawn of the age of the truth teller. So there was a natural draw towards authenticity, and that's all I was selling. It was just that. And it sold well. I wasn't selling being a scientist. If you look at the assertions I make the strongest ones around AI because I know something about it and because I come from a technical background. So I'm willing to die on certain hills when I make certain statements because of the fact that I know what I'm talking about. A lot of people come along and they say stuff to me which they don't realise could be insulting, but I don't take it that way because they just don't know me. But they say things to me that are perfectly legitimate if you're talking to a novice, but they say things to me that are, you know, are quite novice and don't realise I've really been there, tried it, done it and know what I'm talking about. So therefore, I'm going to be a lot more strong with my technical assertions than I am with other things where I don't have the 100% proof and I'm not remotely an expert on them. That's where you have to try and do the best you can and state what is opinion. The problem is, back in 2018, there was nowhere near as much money involved in making a podcast. And the age of the truth teller was truly amazing. New media, we were spreading the truth everywhere. It was awesome. These days, obviously, like everything else, infiltrated, monetized. Some of that's good, but some of it's not so good. Viewer has to be more discerning. There's so much has changed. So of course, so's the infiltration and everything else. And so's the motivation. Some people are here to monetize misery, we know this. So I warned, and it happened, and I don't know if other people warned or not, but I warned that we were entering a post-truth era. Opinion becomes more important than fact. Narrative, if not stuck to, could get you kicked from a group of people because you're not sticking to the script, regardless of truth. And I've seen it more and more and more. That's just not me. In terms of becoming a successful YouTube channel, can you see the difficult line I'm walking at the moment? People are so polarized. It doesn't matter what you talk about. Snooker, UTK, party politics. Everybody's so tribalized or just angry, to be honest, that everybody's picking a side. So to try and go down a line that is as honest and truthful as you can be, as opposed to narrative driven, when everybody's so certain of themselves because they are angry and because, yeah, they start to fit things together that aren't necessarily out of truth, but are more out of anger. And I'm supposed to go along with that, but that's not my job. My job is to try and be as honest as I can if I don't have the facts to tell you. So can you see the line that I'm walking here? I'm costing myself subscribers by not choosing a side. I'm costing myself potential growth by not hating or loving on certain people because others want me to. That would make their day. And then I would get offers coming in from people, all kinds. I'm choosing to do it a separate way. Not because I'm a hero, but because I've been there before and want to do it the way I always intended to. But you've seen yourself the dangers involved in that. People think you're a fence sitter, don't know where you stand. You couldn't make it any clearer. I stand on the side of truth. Only truth. People say if someone tells you who they are, you know, you should listen. Well, over the years, people have shown me time and time again that they are ruthless backstabbers, no different from the mainstream media. And it's happened time and time again. So how willing do you think I am to throw my reputation, what's left of it? No, it's not too bad. To throw that and to throw everything I am as a person down the toilet in order to suit someone else's narrative, in order to make some other creator appreciate me a bit for the 5 minutes that it lasts, or to make a certain section of the audience appreciate me for the 5 minutes that it lasts. But one thing I always kept was the honesty, and it's kind of like my one currency that nobody, other than people that never heard of me, will not come and challenge me on. They won't, because they know. So it's the biggest currency you've got to deal with. So what do you think the chances are of me wanting to throw that away at this point? 0. So people have shown me there's no friends in this industry, but that's fine. That's exactly how I've perceived it now, because I've tried being friends over and over. And the fact of it is, I don't mind, like I said, I want to help smaller channels, I want to put them out. That hasn't changed, that'll always be the mission. What I mean is, the loyalties to the truth first. I've got other loyalties, yeah, sure, but to the truth first. And anybody that thinks that's a bad thing doesn't fucking get me at all. By the way, don't let me give you the wrong idea. This is not an angry video in response to something. Nobody's giving me any shit. I just wanted to get ahead of myself, really, and because I realise, you know, Vin has to remind me sometimes. I've got new viewers, you know, people that, because I've only ever had one channel, because I never had it taken down. I handled it well, handled my business well. So this is the first time I've started a new channel. So I forget I've got a lot of new audience. So, you know, I've got to start again. And the problem is with telling people you're honest, what's the first thing they think? Seriously. People who go around shouting about how honest they are usually right. So that's the problem with it when you're meeting new people, is that they have to learn that about you over time. You can't tell them, they have to learn it. The world's so polarized. People want to take sides, and I see very rational, good people saying very stupid things because they pick sides, and yet I know them to be good people. So, and I'm not saying people shouldn't pick sides if they got evidence and stuff like that. What I'm getting at is the feverishness in which everything is polarized. Everything, every fucking subject. And so, I don't want to feed that process. I don't want to be part of it. Yes, I've got people I'm angry at, yes, and I will say it, as I always do. But to be involved in a mindless polarization process in which we don't think for ourselves, count me out. Okay, so why? What's in it for me? Well, because nobody's an altruist, right? What is the truth? That is, we know we're stronger together. And I think that if the worst comes to this country and any fighting did break out, which I hope it doesn't, but if it came to that, I think you're going to find certain lines of politics are going to blur, if not be totally destroyed very quickly, because it's going to be possibly neighbours over against neighbours, or neighbours helping neighbours, things like that. So the political lines and differences we're drawing now might mean a shit of a difference if you've got to defend yourself on the street. That's why I don't want to be part of it as well, because not only do I want to be honest, but I also want to make sure that there's people around willing to help each other and not be holding on to old grudges whilst we're literally trying to survive. My aim with this channel is to give you news when it's 100% factual, is to give you social media commentary, and I do not claim to be anybody special intelligence wise. I think we could all work that one out, but at the same time to try and offer a mind that is both in the business, that has been both sides, that's got a lot of experience, and also can stand back and look at things a little bit and can be honest with himself, which is the most important thing, because if you can't be honest with yourself, then everything else is a bust. I want my channel to do well. The only way you get a message out is by growing your channel. The only way you can get monetized and get, you know, actually pay for the equipment that is being wasted daily is by doing stuff like that. So no, of course I want it to grow. But the media industry itself, the industry that I walked away from, is one where you have to sell your soul and all your beliefs. So yeah, picking my own path is probably the most dangerous. But it's not an attempt to push people away. It's an attempt to be, not even to be neutral, because that's sitting on the fence. It's an attempt to act on information. It's an attempt to sometimes share a thought experiment with you, but clearly say that's what I'm doing. Instead of making my thought experiment fact because I've decided it's fact, just like the left, just run it by you, see what you think. I'm always submitting an opinion to you, whether I believe I'm right or not. At the end of the day, I don't claim to have any supremacy over you. Therefore, everything I do is submitted for you to decide, not me. I'm one man. But that's the point. And I think it's important that people like me survive. Ultimately, like many of you, I'm frightened, confused, angry. I don't know if my country's already been sold. I don't know how we get it back. And I fear the worst, because we're running out of time. We're really running out of time now. Before things just get out of control, even for the people to rise up, there won't be enough rising up. There just won't be. Look how many people are prepared to defend the Greens now, normal people. Not going to be long before they're teaching their kids that, you know? So my job, as far as I see it, is never to succumb to peer pressure from any side, to be as honest as I can with what evidence I have. And if I am only giving an opinion or whatever, make sure I explain that. But my job is I want to continue to do the honesty experiment. I can act. I could put on an act. I can do all that. So, you know, I submit to you that I offer you nothing but my truest opinion, and I try and shine the light wherever's uncomfortable. Right, left, centre, doesn't matter to me. Only matters that if there's something I feel that there's a darkness to, I'm going to shine a light on it. And that may make me contrarian at times. It may piss people off at times. But guess what? I'm trying to be an honest broker. You can see the balancing act I'm up against. The fact of it is, I shouldn't be doing a balancing act, should I? In telling the truth. That should be, I think, widely, at least encouraged. In actual fact, you're walking a tightrope because you know that you're going to get flack one way or the other, because if you tell the truth, it's never going to be black and white. It's going to be shades of grey, right? I shouldn't be treading a tightrope, should I? Just to tell the truth. Or who's gonna leave? Who's gonna, you know, because people are just all for, all against. The truth is always going to be uncomfortable because it's never going to be quite what you thought. That's why they say truth hurts, right? For many reasons. Nevertheless, I'd rather know the truth than live in ignorance. So there's many things I'm ignorant about now, but I'm learning. The only way to learn is keep asking questions, keep challenging yourself and other people. I think that's important. I don't give a shit what they think. Finally, a bit of warmness. Remember what I've been saying? This could end up a scenario where communities need each other, and look how they split communities. And I'm not going to be part of things that can become so tribal that a simple argument over stuff online could actually end up dictating whether a neighbour helps each other or not. You know, we're in those kind of messed up times. End of empires. You know, all crazy things can happen. I don't want to fuel that. I want communities to stick together because they may be the only people that truly can survive what's coming. It's an experiment. It is an experiment. Always has been, really. But now more than ever because of the way things are. So I hope you can appreciate what it is that I'm trying to do. It's not fence sitting. It's purely remembering truth is about evidence and proof and science and things like that. Not doing what the left have done and just throwing that all out the window. So for me, staying true to myself is much more important. And if it ends up that truth don't sell, I guess it don't sell. But I'm willing to bet that people do actually care enough about it. I've already seen the evidence. The times when you fill up my chat and stuff like that, talking about all kinds of things because you know you feel safe to, because you know you're not going to be ejected for mentioning the wrong country, for instance. So I'm betting on me and I'm betting on you. And my channel, stand for this country, I stand for the truth. I stand for me, I stand for you.
Was the time that was gifted to us then? What happened to the English lion? What happened to the guys of iron? What happened to us?